Hey everyone, I am here today with the game Bat Flip. Bat Flip is a quick playing two-player card game where you are kind of playing a baseball game over 3 innings or more if you're tied. Let's take a look at how to play and then I'll tell you what I think about the game. Here we are with the setup. Each player is going to take 2 teams and shuffle them up. I've already done that for the home team. They have the stars and scrubs and the small ballers here. There's just some reminder cards for what each of those do. That kind of helps you figure out what you might want to play with too. You're going to draw 5 cards. So they have 5 cards in hand. They can look at those. And the same is going to happen over here for the away team. The away team is going to take the Super Pals and the I forget the name of this one. The bangers. The bangers here, kind of like the Diamondbacks, looks kind of like that, but they're gonna shuffle up there, and then they're gonna get 5 cards. We have our nice little scoreboard here, which shows score for visitors, score for home, the inning that we're currently in, and the number of outs for the inning. These rotate to 1 and 2 outs, then go back to 0, of course, because of the 3rd out. And this goes up to 3 innings here. These go up to 10, and then we have these little markers here that can help us go higher if we need it. So as we play the game, we're going to take our 5 cards, and whoever is up to bat, let's see here. If we were up to bat, maybe I had, well, that's not very good shuffling. Let's try it again. But let's make sure that we have some shuffling, and then we're going to take our 5 cards, see what we have. And we have a number of actions we can do. We have bat flip, hit, walk, strikeout, and steal. But let's say that we're just going to try to go up to bat and play this card, maybe. Sean Tucker. Sean Tucker has a hit of 3. So for Sean Tucker, we're going to put him up bat. He's got a 3. It also has a special ability. If Sean Tucker is a batter or runner, when you use a player's discard ability, advance all runners 1 base. He's a DH, a designated hitter. You can use him instead of a pitcher when you bat flip. We'll talk more about that in a minute. But put him up to bat. And let's say our home team over here decides to play this pitcher, which has a defense of 4 as their defender here. Now, you're only going to get the defender once, but then in the future, you will get to use their control number for controlling whether or not the batter can choose to walk instead of batting. And so here we compare the 3 that we have to the 4. All pitchers can take fly outs or grounders, but that's an automatic out. So now both players will draw a card. So this is out, draw a new card over here, draw a new card over here. And so seeing that, let's say that this is our next draw. In hand now we have CB Bacon up to bat. So CB is going to come up to bat. And in hand currently, we don't have anything that's super good because that's a 2 ground ball. And we need 2 ground defense. Maybe we only had this 1 ground defense. I know that there's actually 2 ground defense, but maybe this is all we had. So we could play that. That would make CB advance 1 and not get an out. We did get an out from our previous batter being out because we compared the defense to the hit ratio, but this time CB is going to advance once. We're going to discard that defender, and then we play another card. This time we're going to play Tom Bam Bam Hill, who has a 4, and if they can't do anything about that, then we're going to get runs. So what we're going to see is we're going to replace the pitcher here, and the pitcher is going to have another 3 defense. And so that will allow us to go 1, 2, 4 minus 3 is 1. So this will just advance 1 and 1 here. So we have only advanced 1 and 1 with our 4 versus the 3. But now we don't have a lot of cards for defending in hand. If you are out of cards, you can always flip from the deck here. But what I'm going to use as the away team is I'm going to use my bat flip over that card, see what the top one is, and it's a 1. So this is undefendable. But let's pretend it was a higher number, like let's say 3. Maybe I was able to flip this card, which is a 3, and it's undefendable. So we would be able to advance both of our runners all the way home and get a score of 2 points. with that advancement, then Ride or Die would be on third base, and we would already have used our bat flip with 1 out. Play continues in that way. We also have things like walking, where we just compare our walking number versus the pitcher's control number, and the batter gets to advance to first. If it's higher than, if it's less than that, then they would be out. We can also discard a card for a strikeout, and then we get to draw 2, while they only get to draw 1 over here. Anytime there's an out other than that, you just both draw 1, or if there's a run, so like when we just had those 2 batters advance and get 2 points, we both would have gotten to draw 2. There is a hand limit. Also, we can steal after we've gotten a base run. This is optional. You compare the steal number, which is the third number down here, with the defense of the top card that you flip here. So let's say Ride or Die had just gotten here and we want to try to steal. We would compare his steal number, which is 2, to the defender's number down here at the very bottom, which is 1, and he is able to steal that last base, get another run. We both draw another card. The game goes like that over 3 innings. One more thing on the bat flip. If we ever get to the point where we have used a bat flip and the person that we flip happens to be a pitcher, so let's see here. So let's say we use the bat flip and we flip a pitcher, then that person is out because pitchers can't hit. We all know that. There's, of course, all different sorts of rules that will break these sorts of things based on the cards. Every team is a little bit different and is going to play a little bit different, although it's all balanced pretty well. So here's what I think about bat flip. I really like that it feels like a game that I would have played when I was a kid. It's nostalgic like that. It's fun, and it's fun for those who have their home baseball teams because you're going to recognize some of the players as homages to real life players. And the cards, I like the foil cards. There's these foil cards. That's kind of fun. So it feels like you're collecting a game. But there's nothing crazy about the game. There's nothing hard to learn. It's easy to set up, easy to play. It has really simple mechanics where you're taking those 2 decks and it feels like Smash Up, but has a new thing with the where you're just playing baseball essentially and trying to manage your team, trying to find the right time to get that hitter up to bat and defend against it and so forth. So I like all those things about it. There's really nothing I dislike. It's easy to learn. I've played with several people, played through all the teams now. I'm still learning which team combinations I like the best. Thanks for the suggestion on the flips the other day about that, but I like it. There's very little to complain about. The art is nostalgic. If you don't like baseball, you're not going to like this game. If you don't like Smash Up, you might not like this game. If you don't like 2-player games, you might not like this game, but that just means that this game isn't for you. I don't think that there's anything wrong with the game as it is. It's a well-designed, well-put-together game that does what it is doing very well. It just might not be for some people. That's what I think about the game. Let me know what you think of it. Thanks to Scott for sending me this copy. I like it. I'm going to be sharing it with some people. I'm probably even going to take it with me to Gen Con because it'll be a nice, quick one that I can play in between other things. Yeah, it's cool. Thanks. Happy gaming.